State of origin versus state of residence. For a while now, you know, some Nigerians have been going on social media to actually say that the state of origin thing on vital documents should be scrapped. You know, as one Nigeria, which is what we all profess, we should not actually ask that question. I mean, what state are you from? It should be about state of residence.
Yeah.
Now, lending his voice to this clamor is Nollywood actor Gideon Okeke. He went on social media recently and called for the abolition of state of origin, which he said will bring national peace. The actor alleged that Nigerians are not willing to let go of the coattails of tribalism, adding that commercials and radio jingles are culpable of passing subliminal messages that are nuanced in ways that make one wonder if there are three Nigerias, 187 others, or just one Nigeria. According to the actor, he wrote, and I quote, "One Nigeria, one Nigeria, but we are not quite willing to let go of the coattails of tribalism. Even ad commercials, radio jingles are culpable of passing subliminal messages that are nuanced in ways that make one wonder if there are three Nigerias or 187 others or just one Nigeria. If you still regard your neighbor with these derogatives, Omoibo, Ofemanu, Nyamiri, you might be racist or sold to bigotry." There's a thing or two to learn from a small country called Rwanda. Imagine a policeman stopping you for routine checks and he pops a question, "What state are you from?" Oga, what purpose does that question really serve? End of quote. Now, gentlemen, state of origin, state of residence, you know, which one of these two do you think will actually promote national peace?
Why are people ashamed of their state of origin? Well, what's the shame of being identified or coming from a particular state?
I don't think it's really about shame. I don't think it's about shame.
The problem, sir, is started from the abolition of the 1959 Constitution.
Okay.
Once that Constitution was abrogated and degrees, you know, became the norm. And unfortunately, the 1979 Constitution we thought supposed to be democratic, and which we borrowed from US, is not in tandem with the norm within the US Constitution. In US Constitution, within 90 days, if I'm in a place, it's become part of that place. I'm not going to be called any name. In Nigeria, I think 183, but it's not working. And in Nigeria, it's supposed to even to be, once you pay your tax in a place, you automatically become part of that place. But here, the state of origin was knifed. It was not nationally inculcated. Nobody promoted it. The people that promoted this thing were the military. And why did they promote it? It was after the Civil War. They wanted to ensure that some regions were kind of weakened in terms of, for instance, if he's from Ondo and he has an Oyo man, and they ask, "How are you? Where are you from?" Say, "I'm from Oyo." Ondo person will not look at it from the concept of Yoruba person. So by that means there is a gap already. So I'm not now looking at myself as a Nigerian. I'm looking at myself as an Oyo person. So the essence of creating states wasn't for national unity. It was for to weaken each base which we have before. Don't be surprised that before the abolition of that 1959 Constitution, we have 4 regions, and those 4 regions were really working. As of today, Ghana is still regions, you know. So like what he said now, United Emirates is still regionalized because you have Abu Dhabi, you have Dubai, you know, they are still region, but they come under an umbrella of what? One nation. The passport is still one nation. It won't give you an idea that I cannot evolve. I remember there was a time they said one Umoru was the head of in the east.
But don't forget Enugu was created by the colonials.
That was
it was a camp.
A camp, I agree. But
so the person who headed it at that point in time was those. So I understand where you are going, but the point I'm trying to make is, I'm sorry to cut.
Yeah, no problem.
3 things. The United States is a migrant country. There are no natives. The natives have been killed or emancipated or slaughtered. So they can afford to say, come in 90 days, they are citizens of Minnesota. Come in 90 days, they are citizens of Florida. Because there are no indigenous.
Okay.
It's basically a migrant country. So they are trying now to create laws for nativity. But no American has more than 6-7 generations outside Europe, outside Africa.
Unlike.
So we don't let's use that. Nigerians have indigenous people. People are indigenous to places. And that's where the ancestors are from. What is the locus really for trying to change what is working? If you are from a state, be proud of that state. Proclaim it to the heavens. And from state A, why are you particular about temporary benefits of belonging to already developed areas? Depriving the natives of things that are supposed to come to them.
Okay.
Because you are bringing all your family to that area to become citizens.
Let me come to that.
I got your argument.
Demographic changes.
Okay. Hold on, gentlemen. Okay. But then, but there should be some sort of provision for instance, some of us that were not born in our state of origin,
exactly.
You know, where my father, my mother is from. For instance, I was born, raised, and everything here in Lagos, and I still reside here in Lagos. Shouldn't I be entitled to anything in Lagos State as well?
Have you been denied anything?
Yes, sometimes. Yes, sometimes.
Yes.
Based on the fact that I'm not originally from here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Even when you want to get
like
my child.
If somebody else enjoyed the benefits you're supposed to get from your home state, but then you are not there.
No,
we are deliberately.
What we are saying that. You see, this is a national unity we want to build. You cannot build unity on falsehood. This is not.
You cannot build unity by force. Let me use that. Maybe that will be easier. Unity will evolve naturally. We keep trying. That's why Europe failed. That's why subsequent government has failed. You do not force unity. Just the example you gave, there are people that are accepted where they were born, who are part and parcel of the area, because they are able to assimilate to that culture. So in 2-3 generations, if their names I cannot mention here, that we know where they are from originally. But the system has not taken them, that even their children do not know, are not even aware they are originally from a place. I think that's one example of unity. The other one is that you cannot force it. No. Like I said in the beginning, if you truly believe you belong to that place, even in the US, you cannot start speaking French because you are not American. You must speak English. You know what I'm saying? So there are symbolisms attached to these things that we are not there yet. People just want to force it because there will be temporary advantage you get for claiming a certain state. Why are you ashamed of where you're coming from?
No, I know it's not about shame. It's not about shame. It's not about shame. I think you don't get what I'm saying. That it's not about the shame. I'm not ashamed. Let me
give a personal example. Hold on, I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem.
Look at this. I was born on the island, Lagos Island, Maternity Hospital. I went to primary school, secondary school, university, postgraduate university in Lagos. I have a surname that works in 7 states, including Edo. My surname is Balogun. I can claim 10 states in Nigeria, but I still go back home because I know where I'm from. I'm giving an example of I have everything to make me claim an indigenous Lagosian, but I'm not. You understand what I'm saying?
The issue is not about
everything on paper gives me the advantage. Me. See, to claim Lagos. But I never did. Not for a single day.
I think my brother, the issue is not about claiming. It's not about me being ashamed. We're talking about national unity. And this state creation, thank God you said it shouldn't be forced. Even the state creation were forced on us. It was the military that knifed us. It was the military that took it from 12 to 19, from 19 to 26, from 26 to 30. What do we have now? 36. 36. It was not you or me or anybody or even my forefather that sat down and said, okay, look, we want to knife the country. No, it was still forced on us. Now, how do we remedy it? Has this thing been helping us? No. Today, you saw the appointments. When people are dealing the appointment, what they look at is the states. Minister of Defense, this state. They look at the state. They are not looking at
because the Constitution says for certain positions it must reflect federal character.
Yeah.
That's the law.
The law you are talking about do not preclude that certain scenario should be done on one side, and when it comes to this side, it won't done. Let me give you an example. Go to some federal ministry now, federal establishment or parastatus. You'll be shocked at the number of I don't want to call the name of the number of certain people from the same state being there. Is that ideal?
Again, you've not answered my question.
Yeah.
Why is there a need when you have an home state? Bear the name that reflects that state.
Okay, let me come in at this juncture and ask. Let me ask this question. All right, so if we all know we have like a home state where we're from, but let me keep using myself as an example. I was born in Lagos. I've done everything basically here in Lagos. I work here. I pay my tax here in Lagos. But then I cannot come out tomorrow and say, for instance, I want to contest to be the Lagos State governor, because then they will remember I'm from Edo State. So why should I be made to pay my tax in Lagos State? Because why don't I pay to my home state
because
instead?
You work in Lagos.
I know I work in Lagos. I know I'm resident here in Lagos. That is why I should have some sort of, I don't know what to call it, like an advantage in certain things.
Well, you do.
No, I don't.
You are really
because when it gets to that level, you are reminded of your home state.
He talked about before the issue about Nigeria saying cut and paste. The constitution we borrowed was supposed to be like the Americans. So why are you now singling out one area? Because the Americans, they say immediately you're 90 days within a state.
And I gave you the reason why. The America is a migration-based country. They don't have indigenous people.
Okay.
You cannot wish away the indigenous people.
But we are all migrating now.
I worked in Port Harcourt, and I know there was a time that people of Owerri were fighting because people from Olu and other areas were buying up land, and they were becoming more like servants. I'm giving you an example away from Lagos, so people don't think it's tribality. This was something I was aware of because the guy had to go to court. But that's the state capital. It's bound that there will be more business opportunities in a federal capital or a state capital. It doesn't make you indigenous to that town.
No, indigenous. We're not talking about indigenous. So you're bringing indigenous. Nobody's talking about. No. I'm not talking about state of residence.
One at a time.
State of residence is not about.
What if you change your residence tomorrow? What will happen?
I do, but one thing maybe because of you as an Igbo person. Let me go as an Igbo person anywhere. There's no December that I don't go my house.
Okay, your hometown.
I know that's my indigenous place. But where I reside for more than 20-30 years, I'm still being discriminated. And like he said, all my children were given birth here. And when they want to get admission, I was asked to go and get the certificate of my local government. And I have to go back home.
Exactly, go to the court and go and swear.
The certificate of their birth and everything is
here in Lagos.
So how can you collaborate that to be indigenous? That's not indigenous issue.
Why can't I benefit? Like, why can't I get every kind of benefit a true Lagosian will get, seeing that I've been resident here for over how many years of my life? I mean, that discrimination is what we're talking about.
At any given time in your life, you can relocate back to your ancestral states. You have that opportunity.
You seize it.
Lagosians don't have that.
You seize it.
They have nowhere else to go. For Lagos.
No, you seize it. Immediately you relocate. You seize it to be in that residence.
But you still go back home in December. They have nowhere to go for Lagos.
They can go. Some of the Lagos. Okay,
that's why I remove myself from the question.
Can I tell you something? That some of
where do you want people?
I don't want to say something now. Because I don't want to say something now.
Where do you want to tell people to go?
Somebody has just said recently that Tinubu is from certain states. You just collaborated there. You're from certain states.
No, I didn't collaborate. I stated.
Okay, you stated that you are from. Nobody stopped you from leaving Lagos once in a while to go to your indigenous place.
Where do you want the people who are indigenous to Lagos or to go to?
They are free. The country is open. It's because
But they
they
will
are
be
not
going there
migrants.
as strangers.
No,
They are asking them to leave their ancestral home and go to somebody's ancestral home as what?
Some of us left where we are. I left how many? 1982. As a kid, 18 years, I left there and come to Lagos. There's nothing wrong from a Lagosian here. Living here, I'll go to Umahia.
To do what?
Whatever business you want to do.
What? What's the business going to do there?
Why am I
All
here?
the people from Ebonyi are selling ice water on the express.
And then you can go there and sell us water.
Why should we go there when the people are coming there to meet him?
So it's not our fault.
But that's the point.
It's not our fault.
It's not his fault also.
It's not
He
the fault.
didn't make it the town like that. What I'm saying that people don't seem to get, and it's not this only station that I've said it. Where do you want indigenous people to go to? If there's war today, or they are throwing bomb on Lagos, Ibadan, or Enugu, all those capitals, people still have places to go. Where do you want the indigenous people of those towns to go to? And you are taking away the only thing that gives them an advantage in their own land. Take it away because of demographic, which is the fact that they can control the demography of their country.
But you know it's not true. It's not true.
What is not true?
Let me tell you, it's not true. I just gave you an instance now. In federal establishments, go and look at the people that are being employed there. In Lagos, let me just give you an example. In Lagos here alone, if you look at the federal establishment that you said that the indigenous are supposed to benefit, go and take a look at those people that are manning the organizations there. NNPC is an example which you know. How many water court people that are indigenous? No, that are working there. It's not about indigenous.
Text messages. It's almost time for the break. Let me take a few messages. Ben from Agege says, let us tell ourselves the truth. We don't love one another. Let's go back to regionalism or break the country and go our separate ways. This other one says, state of origin in Nigeria is impossible for now until we become one Nigeria, because I travel around and I discover that if you are from Oyo, for instance, and you are based in Katsina, you can only work there on contract. Please, let's be sincere to ourselves.